like fucking crazy. It's been thundering like crazy, and when it apologize on that. And the rain got so terrible in Detroit yesterday when the interstate near Detroit because there was so much water on it. It was absolutely nuts. But with that being, we were just talking about the Emma and Mickey James stuff, and then we were gonna move on to Strowman, and my shit got cut out. So Strowman versus I'm drawing Brock Lesnar. So, is there any stipulations to this, or is this going to be a one-on-one pinfall or submission match?
According to what I've seen, it's just going to be a straight-up, you know, fucking...
Standard match.
Standard match, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, after the whole Fatal 4-Way at fucking SummerSlam, it was kind of, you know, like, they kind of gave off hints that it was going to happen that way.
Right. Okay, so, well, that'll be a match to see. Hopefully, I want to see Braun beat the shit out of Brock. I really do.
Well, he did during the Fatal 4-Way.
He did.
I mean, come on, they got put him. I mean, he power slammed him through the announce table, manhandling Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Braun's a really big dude, man. I would like to see him win.
He used to be a weightlifter, man. I mean, I want him as a defensive tackle on my football team if I had the chance. Shit. I would just eat the whole offensive line.
You would think if he's stamped, then he'll get all the competition he wants.
Well, that's going to happen at their next pay-per-view, Jules?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen at No Mercy. No Mercy.
No Mercy. I thought No Mercy was just a SmackDown, or is that for both rosters?
I think it's for both, to be honest.
Okay, because I was going to say, if that was Hell in a Cell, they would probably have a Hell in a Cell match coming up, probably.
Yeah, because apparently Cesaro and Sheamus versus Seth, or the Shield basically, is going to happen at No Mercy as well.
Oh, okay.
Like they're going to be defending their titles, so I guess they put it to where both both factions are in.
Okay. Well, that'd be something to see.
So,
and that's pretty much it so far on Raw, right?
So far on Raw, and then like Rated said, the whole thing with Enzo Amore defeating Noam Dar via pinfall in his debut at 205. And okay, so apparently they had a 15-man battle royal to see who's gonna fight The Miz for the Continental Championship, and the last maybe four. Let's see. Damn it, I just saw it. Fucking hell, I hate when that shit happens. Okay, anyways. So the last the last four that were in the ring were Finn Balor, Jason Jordan, Jeff Hardy, and Elias. So basically what happened between those guys, Bray Wyatt came in and basically interfered with the match and tossed Balor out. Jason Jordan was eliminated Elias, and then Jeff Hardy eliminated Jason. So he's the #1 contender to be going up against Miz for next week on Raw, actually.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Jeff Hardy is going to get a shot at the Intercontinental title as well, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't really think he was going to go into singles quite yet, but it looks like the Hardy Boys aren't really getting nowhere. So if make or break, and they're going to make some out of it instead of falling through. So that'll be all interesting.
Okay. That's going to be pretty cool, because I mean, like
he was
looking
better
into
by
TNA,
himself, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna say, like the whole TNA thing, like when he was in Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it, TNA, same shit.
Yeah.
He was doing pretty fucking good. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's just my own opinion.
No, he
but
did pretty
that's
good
what I
in my
saw.
opinion for a while, and then they kind of pushed away from him, and now he's in WWE. So we'll see if he can grab the Intercontinental title and hold on to it for a while, or we'll just switch back and forth. We'll see. Anything else?
I think there's like a couple more things. So the
All
whole
right.
thing with how we were talking about Bliss and Sasha Banks. Unfortunately, Sasha lost the title this Monday, or this past Monday. And, well, the weird thing that happened after the match was over, Nia Jax came out to kind of, I guess, to be kind of like that friend to celebrate with Bliss getting her title back. And she put her up on her shoulder, and next thing you know, she just basically, like, slams her down, like, while she's up on her shoulders. And fucking just, it was kind of like one of those, like, backstabbing moments. So, it was just
Okay.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is it could be a possible triple threat match at No Mercy between Nia, Alexa, and Sasha Banks. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. See how that forms.
Yep. And then the one that people have been talking about is the whole Roman Reigns versus Cena.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, Rated has some insight on actually that match, why this match is happening, and why Cena wants to do it. Rated?
Because
Take over.
Cena supposedly was going to challenge The Undertaker at WrestleMania if he had have beaten Roman Reigns. But he didn't. Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker at the last WrestleMania, which led into Undertaker retiring from the WWE. So, now that Cena does not have The Undertaker to face, Cena challenges Roman Reigns because supposedly he is the top dog of Monday Night Raw.
That'll be interesting how to see that. I really don't know where to go with that. There's a part of me that wants Roman to win, but I kind of want to see Cena get a win and get back on momentum. So honestly, I'm kind of in neutral zone to see who wins and who loses at this point. And I think other than that, that's pretty much of what we've got for the rest of those, right, Jules? Or rest of those matches, I should say.
As of for Raw, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Yeah.
next is SmackDown and Rated. Have fun with it, man.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of, since the pay-per-view just happened, there's not going to be much. We're just giving you updates for now, and
Yeah.
then we'll talk about the full picture as it goes on. So with further ado, let's get into SmackDown.
I know I should wait to talk about this, but this is like the major talk, and it is the very first talk of all of the SmackDown results websites. Let's get into the talk of Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev.
Now,
And a tag team match.
why are they pulling the Orton and Rusev rivalry into this is what I want to know.
Oh, because the rivalry that's going to be talked is going to get even serious. Because supposedly next week on SmackDown, there will be a one-on-one contenders match for Jinder's title between Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton.
Oh, so that can really mess things up chemistry-wise for the tag team match then.
Oh no, they actually performed really well as a tag team. They won their match against Jinder Mahal and Rusev. And then after they won their match, Randy Orton striked like a viper and RKO'd Shinsuke.
Oh man. Okay,
Vintage
so
Sending a
I really don't know who just
strong
want to see
message.
that in that number one contenders match. Honestly, I really like both of them, but something tells. I mean, Randy's been in this situation before, but I kind of want to see Shinsuke finally get a belt around. It's going to be the same old story in dance. You guys know this. I know this. The fucking little Indian Oompa Loompa motherfuckers are gonna interfere.
The fucked up haircut.
Yes, it's like I only have $5 for this haircut. Oh well, I'll come back another time. And they're just gonna interfere every time. And we've seen this happen multiple times with big allies. A big name was Evolution because they did that almost all the damn time. So I really think it's going to it's not going to matter who the number one contender is. You can have God go up against them as long as he's going to have interference. Indian boy going to keep the title till something changes. So until they're banned from ringside, I think he's going to keep the title.
Now let's go on to the next match. Making his in-ring return, teaming up with Chad Gable tonight, was Shelton Benjamin.
He's finally back from, I think, his ACL injury, right? Or MCL? Something like that?
I think it was ACL.
He was supposed to be debut about, I think, a year ago, and he's been out with his injury, so he's finally back. See what kind of what they're gonna push with Shelton Benjamin, since they pushed him pretty good in getting some gold and some tag team gold when he was newer to WWE, and then he went to ECW for a little bit, and I don't think he was as successful there. So we'll see what SmackDown always kind of has the better insight on matches so far than Raw. So I believe they're probably getting a little bit better ratings than Raw is, and Raw's really
They
trying to
actually
push.
are. SmackDown has been beating Raw since Vince McMahon named Stephanie McMahon GM of Raw and Shane McMahon GM of SmackDown. SmackDown has been beating Raw in the ratings for the past 4, 5, 6 months.
Because Stephanie's doing the same old stuff that no one wants to see. Shane's showing the matches that people want to see. He knows what the people want, and that's where the money's at, is the people.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how many times I could have took a Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns match.
It's the same old story and dance every time. At least Shane is kind of mixing it up, putting some more elements into the chemistry and making something else into it.
So AJ Styles did his Open United States Championship match tonight, and his opponent was the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Oh, God. So how'd that go?
He lost.
Oh, of course he did. Badly?
Well, the Perfect 10 could walk down the ramp to take on the Phenomenal One. He was then blindsided by Baron Corbin.
Of course. Baron Corbin's trying to put a name out for himself since he got humiliated by John Cena at SmackDown. So it looks like it's probably going to end up him versus
and not only
AJ
that,
for the title.
The one shot that he had fucking getting the championship from fucking Jinder, he fucking like bombed that shit.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why he's
Could
trying
have
to
gotten his SummerSlam.
rebuild. Yeah, but the jackass fucking decided to do it the match of fucking Cena, or after the match of Cena and Jinder Mahal. And it's just like, he fucked up, so he's trying to rebuild his name, which is kind of hard when you fail so badly.
And everybody's gonna remember it. Hey, you're the guy that bombed on that Money in the Bank contract.
Nobody bumps that.
What is the only thing he has going for him is winning that Battle Royal at like WrestleMania.
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
That is absolutely about it, and everything else is in the shitter.
Mm-hmm.
So how long do
They
you
said
how
he
long
had
do you
his
think
chance to
WWE's really gonna hang on to Baron Corbin? Like, we're giving you chances, you're not doing anything with him. I don't see any talent here, so break out the
Honestly, I see it
broom.
like this. If they don't, I could see it if they don't see any changes from Baron Corbin by come the next WWE draft. I guarantee you that they're gonna hopefully try to draft Baron Corbin back to Raw.
I mean, they could trade, but honestly, Raw's not really working with many options right now, because all their big names, they're putting them out in the same matches, and they don't. I mean, they don't have many smaller names that they could draft that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon's gonna want. So honestly, they're kind of. It's pretty much like you're stuck with the hand you're dealt with right now, kind of thing.
So this is just a theory.
Honestly, go ahead, Cody.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We're talking about drafting or whatever. It's just a theory. How much of an impact do you think Braun Strowman would make in SmackDown?
I think he'd be good anywhere.
I honestly don't think anyone on SmackDown could probably hold up to Braun Strowman.
He could take any of the titles he wanted. Shit, I mean, even if he was blindfolded, he could probably take over NXT and 305 at the exact same time.
Yep, but honestly, come the next draft, I
really
honestly
like Raw,
think that if they bring Jeff Hardy back to SmackDown, Jeff Hardy will start to rise again. Because when you think about it, Matt Hardy was on Raw, Jeff Hardy was on SmackDown. Jeff Hardy got his hands on a title shot and won the title.
Now, this is just a thing, and you guys know CM Punk he went to UFC, and it's not looking too good for him. He hasn't won any matches,
really
and he's getting his ass beat.
To be honest, I haven't heard of anything of that.
He lost his very first debut match. He got knocked out within the first minute and 30 seconds in the match.
Exactly. And he's been thinking about going back to SmackDown, but there's no official talk. There's no contract signing, nothing so far. And if you guys remember, how did Jeff Hardy get kicked out of WWE other than the drug thing? He got paired up with CM Punk.
Jeff Hardy was actually kicked out of WWE because of CM Punk. Jeff Hardy would not be allowed to wrestle in a WWE ring on SmackDown nor Raw as long as CM Punk stayed on that roster active. But Jeff Hardy was able to come back because CM Punk had walked out.
Exactly. So, saying he goes to SmackDown, just as a theory, goes to SmackDown, and some pixie dust gets flown up in the air like WWE does, and brings CM God damn it, I cannot talk.
Dude, but I can talk today.
CM Punk.
CM Punk goes to Raw.
Turtles.
Those shit.
Okay,
so
sorry,
they go to opposite rosters. I can probably see him getting paired up again and seeing some kind of good outcome out of that. But as of right now, there's nothing on it, so it's more just smoke and mirrors if any of that happens right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we got anything else for SmackDown?
Yes, we actually do. I hate to say it like this, but the Glorious One did a glorious thing on SmackDown.
Oh my God, yeah, Bobby Roode.
He beat Mike Kanellis, even with the interference of Maria. I was pretty happy to read about that. He did. Maria interfered, and he still lost his match.
Okay.
Now the talk that I want to talk about is the match with Aiden English defeating Sami Zayn due to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon got into a war of words earlier on SmackDown, to the point to where he went out there and was interfering in Sami Zayn's match, to the point to where he stripped the referee of his shirt and put it on, hit Sami Zayn with a pop-up powerbomb, and it did a 3 fast count, and Aiden English won, after Shane McMahon had told him to leave the ringside.
Wow. The friendship between Sammy and Kevin was a thing. They were best friends, and now the rivalry has happened between them, and it's kind of the same old stuff. Still, they're still trying to push it. I don't know why they keep doing it. It's not getting them anywhere, honestly.
Well, the only reason why fucking Kevin Owens did what he did is because the one match that he had to look for his own referee against AJ, he asked Sammy, but Sammy was like, you fucking fucked me over a couple times in NXT, and basically rejected Kevin Owens' offer to be the special guest referee, and that's when Baron Corbin took it, blah 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 blah, whatever, and it was just a bunch of shit, dude.
Right. It's a side of a shitstorm, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about it, Rated, since you wanted to bring this up?
Well, this is how I see. I see that his mouth is going to keep running over how, Shane McMahon screwed him once, screwed him twice, when in retrospect he screwed himself twice. And that's going to lead into Kevin Owens pushing Shane McMahon to the point to where they're going to end up having a match.
Yeah, it looks like it certainly will form to that, because they always do, and they'll probably carry it on longer than they need to. But with that being said, since Jericho's back, there could be some kind of interference against Kevin Owens because of the little feud they had before he left?
Probably.
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll never
shall
know
we?
unless we tune in Tuesday nights on SmackDown.
Yep. Well, everything will be back together. Let's see. They'll piece by piece going into No Mercy by the end of this month. And so, we got any other matches, or is that about it?
Actually, we have the Usos defeating New Day in a very specific match. The stipulation was the winners.
Oh my God. We're gonna. God damn it! This is getting irritating. I'm gonna start the stream one last time, people, and part 3 will be the end of this here. So, give me 1 second.